We checked out of Quinn Creek campsite today. It was actually quite a nice campsite. It was just over $50 for full hookup. So you get your water, your electric, and your sewer. It also had laundry and washrooms. Didn't use the washrooms, so I don't know if they were any good or not. But the laundry was only $150 a wash, which is really cheap, in case you didn't know. We've just left Golden now, and we are heading to Banff. So we've just stopped, excuse me, at a rest area, and cameraman has said I should go in there. Okay, let's have a look. Follow me. Now this is creepy and cool all at the same time. Wow. Was this someone's house? Did somebody secretly build this at a rest stop? Or is it ancient? Bridges are made so that the wildlife can get across the road. I mean, how cool is that? We got a parking space at Lake Louise. Second time trying. Lake Louise parking is $21 for the day, but it seems to be that it doesn't matter what time you turn up. We're here at 3:15 and it still cost us $21. Hiking uphill again. It's 1.8 kilometers to Lake Louise Lookout, so that's where we're heading to now. The sediments from the glacial meltwater that makes the Lake Louise so blue. So we got to the lookout, amazing views, and we've learnt that Lake Louise was the first Canadian national park. I've had time to catch my breath, and I was thinking of doing a Nelson. If you've seen the Revelstoke video, you know what I'm talking about. It was pretty steep going up, but now it's all downhill, and I always like doing that. prices of taking a boat out. $145 plus tax for half an hour. See, this is the problem with having to book months in advance. This is Banff. We've got 2 nights here and it was high 20 degrees last week. It's going to be high 20 degrees next week, but today it's raining and cloudy and a bit miserable. But we're going to go around town anyway and see what we can see. We're going to Wildflower Bakery, which was recommended to us from a friend that we met through House Sitters. The cafe was packed, so we had our coffee and cake to go. So it's finally stopped raining, so we're having a really nice walk down the riverside in Banff. Waterfalls down this way. Let's go and have a look. I was expecting more waterfalls rather than weir, rapids, whatever this is. Still pretty impressive though. We stayed at the Tunnel Mountain Village 1 campground in Banff, which actually had 618 sites. Ours was next to the bathrooms and the showers though, which was very convenient. And for anyone who doesn't know, these are bear lockers where you can store your food and the bears won't get at it or get at you if your food's anywhere near your tent. So we've just entered the national park from Banff going up to Jasper, and there was a sign on the side of the road that said no cell service for 230 kilometers. That's pretty much the whole road trip that we've got today. So we just stopped for lunch, and that is now the view we have of that glacier that I just recorded for you. The weather just changed really quickly in the mountains. So I'll drop in some footage of when we were last here and it was a lot sunnier. We've arrived at Columbia Icefields in Jasper National Park, and apparently you can get bus rides up there and do ice walks. And I really do appreciate everybody who watches my videos and has subscribed, but it's cold, it's windy. I'm not going up there for you guys. I'm staying down here. So we have arrived at our campsite for the next 2 nights, and this is in Whistler's campsite, which is just outside Jasper, and it's really, really nice and quiet and cozy and private. I'm liking it already. Then the next morning we woke up, we packed up, we turned around and we went back to Golden. So I need to explain a little bit why we did this. One of the reasons why I roam and we bought a truck camper was to follow the weather. And for 3 days there, it'd been raining, it'd been cold, and I'm like, you know, why are we doing this? Yes, we booked the ticket, the campsites, and you know, we paid out money to have these campsites. But if we're not having fun, if we're not, you know, getting out there and doing stuff, it's not worth sticking around for. And another point was, what we found was, as soon as we got up into the Canadian Rockies, our heating stopped working. So it wouldn't kick in. The fans would go, but the actual heating element wouldn't kick in. Now, as soon as we got back to Golden, it worked fine. Didn't need it as much because in Golden it was 21 degrees. Up in Banff, it was 6 degrees at night. So we changed the plans, and that's what I love about, you know, living in a camper and being on the road, is that I can change my plans from one day to the next, and it's fine.
Okay, I'm going to butt in here just to explain a little bit about the heating. I think that the heating isn't working because of elevation. I've heard some stories about some people having problems with their fridges if they're running off propane. We haven't had problems with our fridge, but our heating definitely doesn't kick in well when we are at higher elevation. For example, Banff, which is classed as the highest city in Canada at 1,383 meters high, which is 4,537 feet elevation. So it's pretty high compared to Golden, which is only 800 meters, and that's 2,600 feet. So have you guys had a problem with propane at high elevation? And if you have, is there a fix? Is there a way of fixing that? Because I don't like the idea of having to plan my trip around if I can even put my heating on or not.
So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you know next time I post, and I'll see you in the next video.